What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Hammers Fans United. This is going to be a quick video. I always say that, but it will be a review of yesterday's game against Brighton, and then also a preview to our next game, which is away to Southampton. Right, so just very quickly, because obviously Davey done his post-match review yesterday. I'm just going to quickly go through the player ratings and then just, real quick video. Right, so the heading is West Ham player ratings v Brighton. Thomas Soucek gets Hammers out of jail. You would have seen in the thumbnail what I think of Thomas Soucek. So yeah, anyway, so boom. Lucas Fabianski. Not much he could do with the Brighton goal, but some of his kicking was very poor. I would agree with that. Yeah, some of the times he either takes too long when we give it back to him, and then he puts himself under pressure because he's shut down, or sometimes he just sort of slices it out. Fair enough. For 6, Vladimir Soufal had a rough first half at the hands of Solly March, who got on the end of a few long balls from Dan Burn in behind the check. Got better as the game went on and was defensively solid. His crossing at the other end was not as good, however. He got a 7. Not his best game, but to get a 7, he done all right, especially in the second half. Fabian Balbuena, plenty of headed clearances as Brighton's direct style didn't really hamper him too much. Not outstanding, but not bad either. He got a 6. Yeah, probably fair enough. Angelo Ogbonna, a calming if vocal presence at the back. Once again, can't be blamed for the 2 Brighton goals and putting another good shift defensively. That's true. And we had a corner at, I don't know if it was 1-1 or 2-2, and the commentator was like, oh, Balbuena's gone up, but Ogbonna stayed back. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around? But they broke on us, and the way he sort of stopped the attack in the 18-yard box, and then they realised he's the better defender. He reads the game better, so we needed, if one of them was going to stay back, then it needed to be him. So yeah, he got 7. Good. Aaron Cresswell moved back to a third centre-half and did well again. We'll get the assist for Soucek's goal, as it was his corner that flicked off Lewis Dunk. Better delivery than Bowen offered. Yep, I'd agree with that. He got 7. I'd agree with that. Ben Johnson. Making his first Premier League start of the season, he was the only player to offer width on the left in a bizarre tactic from Moyes. But he did his job diligently, got up and down the flank and netted a sublime first career goal for the Hammers. He got a 7. I'm going to quickly read these and then I'll just give my sort of view and then we'll move on. Declan Rice tried to get his very lethargic teammates going in the opening 45 minutes, popping up all over the pitch. That said, he was by far from his most effective, and if anything, struggled. He got a 6. I don't know about if he maybe got a 7 as well. He sort of inadvertently set up their first goal. Now, I'll tell you why he done it is because he's so used to, he wants to always play football, which is a good thing. When he intercepted in the box, and most people would probably just put their foot through it, he tried to sort of take it and turn out with it. And obviously, like I said, he sort of inadvertently assisted Mope with their goal. So you can't sort of praise him for being calm on the ball and getting out of trouble, whether it's in the middle of the pitch or at the back. And then when he sort of tries what he does all the time and it doesn't come off. So yeah, I can't really fault him for that. But if it was someone else, I think they would have put their foot through it and maybe we would have come in 0-0 at half time. Thomas Soucek couldn't get into the game whatsoever in the first period. Unlucky that his clearing header was straight to Dunk. On the ball, some of his passing was sloppy and he wasn't having a good game until he popped up with a crucial equaliser. He got a 7. Mark Noble. Ooh. I'm just reading this like as I'm reading it here. Ran around pretty aimlessly in a number 10 role. He is simply not used to or good enough to play. Unsurprisingly subbed at half time, offering very little. He got a 4. Now, obviously, I've only gone to this source for, this is the 3rd time, but 5 is the lowest they've given anyone, but 4. Jared Bowen. His corner delivery was woeful in the first half, and most of his work was going backwards. Hooked at half time, looked knackered and could do with a rest. He also got a 4. Oh my god. Sebastian Haller. Some pretty hopeless passes up to him in his vague direction from his teammates. Not much of an impact. Only 1/2 a chance of note. Another frustrating afternoon. He got a 5. Onto the subs. We made 2 substitutes, which came on at half time. Yarmolenko for Bowen. Looked like a frustrating cameo again before it was his cross that caused mayhem in the Brighton box when West Ham equalised. Offered a threat throughout with his direct running, but he needs to be quicker with his decision making. 6. I agree with that. Manuel Lanzini, he came on for Noble. Finally gave the Brighton defenders something to think about after their easiest 45 minutes of the season. Involved in a goal and was a threat throughout. He got a 7. So, I'm just quickly, I don't want to stay on this too long. When I looked at the lineup, I thought this is disgraceful. This is shocking. I don't think Moyes would ever dare play that lineup if we had a full stadium. No chance. He know you can't get away with that. Now the two standout names in that lineup was Ben Johnson and Noble. Now I've had time to reflect, and I'm going to give Moyes a bit of praise as well as a bit of criticism. Right? He left on Ben Johnson, so he stuck with his decision. Ben Johnson scored the first goal that got us back into the game, and it was a good goal, right? So clearly, his selection was justified. But Mark Noble, right? I don't want to be one of these people that's you're just digging out. No, but come on, man, like he should not in that lineup there. He definitely shouldn't be in that team. We had no creativity whatsoever. The team was. I was shocked at that lineup. Really shocked, especially as the last lineup against Chelsea was so bad, and this one topped that. This was shocking. It wasn't surprising he came off at half time, and yeah, he needs to just fall back now because he's not at the desired level, nowhere near. I would say this: I'm a football coach, I'm a football manager now, so I'm going to kind of blend that game and the next game. We've got Southampton away tomorrow. So I don't know, this is me trying to think from Moyes' point of view. I don't know whether he was thinking about that game, whether he really thought that the team that we put out could have got us a result against Brighton, whether he was thinking, look, if we're getting at half time, I'm going to make these subs anyway, because they scored like just on half time. So maybe he had a plan. His plan didn't quite work out, but he sort of done a salvage sort of mission in the second half where we ended up getting a draw. Now, if he goes with a completely different team against Southampton, then that maybe shows what his intentions were for the game against Brighton. But with that being said, with the players we've got on the bench, some of them haven't played a lot of football. I don't know why Ben Rama is not getting minutes. I'm baffled. We still could have went more attacking. Now, they've got Big Dan Burn, who's like 6'7", playing at fullback. Now, anything in the air, he's going to win. But obviously, if you've got people with tricks and stuff like that, he's going to struggle. He's so tall, it's like a giraffe. Like he's gonna struggle. So clearly, in the second half, you see that we had them more on the back foot because Yarmolenko, when he's at it, he's got skills, he's got step overs, he's left-footed. Lanzini, I have to give special praise to Lanzini because the goal, he battled so hard to win back the ball, keep it alive, then on the floor, cut it back to Johnson. So Lanzini definitely needs to start the next game. He needs to start, but he needs to have the instructions to have the same mentality like you're coming off the bench. Have that mentality from the start of the game. Sebastian Haller, like I said, if we're not going to play to his strengths, then we don't play him, right? The ball, I don't know if he's got lead in his boots. The ball just bouncing off his feet. When he loses the ball in the final third, he's so slow. The defender that he's taken off of him, they know they don't even really have to burst forward because he's not even going to catch up with you. So once he loses the ball, he loses the ball. Now with Mikel Antonio, for instance, if he loses the ball, he's going to work hard to get it back. We're not putting no pressure on teams' back lines when they play out from the back because we've got no pace and no work rate. Southampton is a different kettle of fish to Brighton, and if we don't come different, then we're in trouble. With that being said, Southampton are only 3 points above us. Everyone's saying they're having a good season, which they are. If we can beat them, we would have 25 points level with them. So the season is not about one game. We started off bad. Yesterday, I think that's games that we would have lost previously. Like they was well on top and we had nothing. So yeah, special praise to Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Yarmolenko, they all had a part, and Soucek is, even his head, it wasn't easy because the cross came in, then it got a slight flick and he still managed to just put his head on it. Some people, that flick on might have sort of caught them off guard. But yeah, like I said, check the thumbnail and you'll see what I think of him. Moving on to Southampton. I'm hoping that I haven't checked why Masuaku is what his injury is, or Antonio, and I would love to have them back. Masuaku on the left hand side is just problems for defenders, like his trickery, his deliveries, and yeah, he's a good player, and we miss him on the left hand side, and clearly we miss Antonio. I hope that we have a much better performance and a better lineup than we did against Brighton. I'm gonna put my neck on the line, and I'm gonna go for a 2-1 West Ham victory against Southampton. Yeah, and I'll say it again, like, I don't know why Moyes is picking Noble, but don't do it. Like, he's not helping you, he's not helping the team, he's not helping no one by picking him. And quickly moving on, there is speculation that Moyes wants Arnautović back at West Ham. Now, I don't know whether he's playing that type of team to say to the board, this is what I'm working with. Now, as far as I'm aware, he wants him back, but the board don't want him back, and I agree with the board. Now, I don't know whether Moyes is saying, look, if we don't get a striker in, and particularly that striker, this is the sort of lineup I'm going to be putting out. If that's what he's going to do, then it's not going to end very well. Like, he won't be around too long, because the fans will not accept that type of lineup or that type of performance. I would rather go for a young, hungry striker, pace, someone that's fast and works hard, rather than Arnautović, because the way he left, the circumstances he left, I don't want him back. And what's to say he won't do it again. So I hope I've touched on everything. I didn't want to make this too long. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory against Southampton. And yeah, I think I've touched everything. Thanks for the views, thanks for the likes. Please, can we have more likes, more comments, more subscribers, and more shares? And as always, if you have any dreams, any aspirations, any goals in life, stay on path, stay on track, don't let no one deter you, and most importantly, don't let no one burst your bubble. Come on, you guys.